Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk about how I live rent free at college, and I'm also going to tell you about opportunities that you can utilize and live rent free in college as well. So, if you guys don't know, there is a position called residential assistant, also called the RA position, which is available in almost all the universities in the US. So, the position is basically you being a general source of help for the first year residents that live in the dorms. And you also live in the dorm and you have your own room, but you have to make sure that the dorms are a safe community. You have to deal with roommate conflicts and you'll have to counsel residents, but that is only if a resident approaches you with a problem. You're basically like an overseer of the first year residents. You oversee them, make sure everyone's okay, no one is vandalizing, no one's hurting each other, just making sure that everything is going smooth for the residents. And in return for the work that you do, you get free housing. You don't have to pay to live in the dorms. You would get a free room in the dorms for the exchange of this work. I study at ASU and we do not have a residential assistant position here. Instead, we have two positions. One is a CA and the other one is an REL. So, a CA is a community assistant and an REL is a residential engagement leader. I am an REL and I'm gonna go through both of these positions and tell you what the differences are and what the compensation is in both the positions. So let's talk about the CA position first. But before diving into it, I would just like to tell you guys that I'm not a CA. I have never been a CA. So the overview that I'm gonna give you about the CA position is like an overview of what I got from my friends who are CAs. It's the information that I've got from them. So I cannot guarantee you that this is exactly what the position entails, but this is a rough overview of what it is like, and it is just the information that I have received from my friends who are CAs. So, the CA position is exactly what I described to you at the beginning. They deal with roommate conflicts, they have to make sure that the residents are following all the rules, no one is violating quiet hours or no one is vandalizing, making sure everything is going smooth on the floor, interacting with residents, and all of that. And as a compensation, CAs get free housing. But apart from this, the CAs also have to work at the desk for 5 hours, for which they are compensated through a stipend, which is about $40 per week. And with that, they also get free meal plan. So a free meal plan for them is 14 meals per week in the dining halls. So they can eat 14 times in the dining halls per week through the CA position. So there's a lot of work. You also have to work at the desk, but as a compensation, you will get a free dorm and a free meal plan. Now, let's talk about the position that I am in, the job that I do. I am a residential engagement leader. So, this is a position that is unique to just the WP Carey School of Business in ASU. So, ASU is a very big university. It has the engineering school, the business school, and a lot of other campuses. And every campus and every school has a different department and they have different positions within university housing. So, I believe most of the schools within ASU and all the other campuses have the CA position, but not all of them have the REL position. It is a position unique to the business school, and that is what I do. So, a residential engagement leader is responsible for organizing events for first year students to welcome them and make sure that they're also having fun their first year living on campus. So, my job is organizing 3 events every single month for the first year students. They have to be either academics related, professional development related, or college connection. College connection just means a fun event which does not relate to either academic or professional development. It can be anything, and it could just be a social event. So we organize these 3 events either by ourselves or collaborating with other RELs. And we also have to write a report for each of our residents. So the report is basically our interaction with the resident. We have to have one meaningful interaction with every single resident by the end of one semester. So on the surface, it might look a lot of work, but it is actually not. I had about 60 residents, and I had to complete a report for each of them, but I had the time of 4 months to complete it. So it was very reasonable and it was not hectic at all. And believe me, like 3 events per month could look a little difficult, but it's not very hectic if you actually plan and do it, because mostly you're collaborating with other RELs, so you split your duties. One buys the food or anything else that you need for the event, and one person does the financial paperwork. So you can split your duties and it's not very hectic. And as a compensation for all of this, we just get free housing. We do not get a free meal plan, but we just get free housing. So the dorm that I am in right now is actually free for me. I'm not paying for it. It's my compensation for being an REL. So one difference is that we do not have a meal plan, but CAs do get a meal plan. One more difference is that CAs have a private room, but us as RELs, we have roommates. So I have a roommate and she's from here, so she's not here right now, she's back home for the winter break. But us RELs, we have roommates. So if you're more inclined towards living in a private room or having your own space, the CA position would be better for you. But if you're okay with having a roommate, then the REL position could also be suited for you. And one more thing that I would like to mention is that as RELs, we are required to have a meal plan. And since that is not something that is given for free to us, we have to actually buy a meal plan. So if the REL position is something that interests you, I would say you should definitely take it up. One thing to keep in mind is that these two are also a proper job that take away hours of work from you. And as an international student, you can only work 20 hours per week, and these positions take away certain hours. So the CA position takes all 20 hours and the REL position takes 15 hours. And since the REL position takes 15 hours per week, you can only work 5 hours per week somewhere else if you want to. And I would say it is a little difficult to find positions that accept students to only work for 5 hours, because usually part-time jobs require at least 10 hours of work. So I would say that is a downside. Even though you have free housing, you might not have another job that can help you in your day-to-day personal expenses. Although it is not impossible to find a 5-hour job, there are plenty of jobs that also want to hire students for just 5 hours. So it's not completely impossible, but it is slightly difficult to find. And as a CA, you cannot work anywhere else altogether because it takes away all 20 hours from you. But the thing with the CA position is that you do get a stipend, so I guess that compensates for it. I would also like to point out one more thing. The downsides that I just mentioned are only for international students, because there are different rules for citizens. They have more hours available for working because they don't have a certain amount of hours that they can work. They don't have a limit. Citizens can work for more than 20 hours per week, so those downsides don't apply for citizens. So if you are already a US citizen and you're thinking of becoming a CA or an REL or an RA somewhere else, it does not take away the opportunity from you to work somewhere else as well. But for the international students who are watching, you should keep those downsides in mind and choose what you want. So that was it for this video. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the comment section and I will answer all of them. I have a few more videos planned, and my goal is to put out a video every single week, and I'll try my best to be on track with that goal. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. I'll let you know that you're my only one.